Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a little review on the Elvie pump. I'm going to be talking all about it, giving you guys some tips on how to best use it because it is a little tricky at the beginning, and that is what today's video is going to be about. If you want to learn how to use your Elvie pump and also if it's worth it and a review on how it works and everything, keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button if you like today's video, and let's go ahead and get started. All right guys, so here is the Elvie pump. This is what it looks like. If you have the double, I just don't have like the hubs attached to this one and the flange, but these are your Elvie pumps. You can use a single pump if you want to, or you can have the double, that way you can pump at the same time. This is what the Elvie looks like. This is your bottle, and this pump goes inside your bra, and it doesn't have any tubes attached to it. It's completely wireless and completely hands-free. It just goes right in your bra, and the motor and everything gets controlled by the pump itself inside of here. So I'm gonna start talking about the settings on the Elvie pump. The Elvie, whenever you turn it on, you'll just hit the little power button and it'll light up. You can change it to say either your left side or your right side. That's why I said you can only have one if you wanted to, because you can change it to where it's towards your left side or your right side. And then when you have both, obviously you would put one on the left, one on the right. But to actually start the pump, you would hit the play button. So the pump automatically starts in stimulation mode. It'll be in stimulation mode for either 2 minutes, or once it feels that you have a letdown, it'll automatically switch into expression mode. It also comes with an app that you can go on there and manually switch it to expression mode if you just want to switch it back. And then this is how you control your suction levels. It's got a minus button and it's got a plus button, so you can put it up with that and put it down. And the app is really neat because it actually reads how much milk volume is inside the bottle. So you can open up your app and it'll tell you it's got like 3 ounces in the bottle, it's got like 4 ounces. Because it's a little hard to actually see this bottle inside your bra. You can't really look inside the bottle once this is put inside your bra, but the app is pretty good about it. It is a little off in my opinion. I don't think that the app is very accurate when it comes to reading the volume of the milk, but it is really neat. You can also on the app control the settings of the suction levels, and on the app as well it's got the expression mode. So if you want to automatically switch it out of expression mode, you just click on the button. You can also save your settings for your pumps, so you sync your pumps onto your phone and connect them to the app, and then you can adjust the levels of suction that you want for like expression mode and stimulation mode, and automatically it'll save that into the pump, and that way whenever it starts, it'll start at whatever level you save it at. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the suction of the pump. Compared to the Medela pump, it's got such a gentle suction. Like whenever I just started using this pump, it was kind of weird because I was so used to my Medela. It's not really rough, but you can tell that it's obviously pulling milk out and you can feel it. But with this one, it's really gentle. So sometimes I would honestly question if it was actually pulling milk out, or I would question if it was strong enough to pull all the milk out, because it was kind of weird. You can't really feel it that much. Obviously, the higher you go up in levels, the more you can actually feel it pulling, and it'll get a little painful if you go up way too high to where it's not comfortable anymore. If you keep it at whatever level is most comfortable for you, it's actually got a really gentle suction, and I think it pulls just as much milk as my Medela most of the time. It's a little different to get used to, and I do believe that your body has to get used to these pumps because of the difference in the suction, especially if you're so used to using either a Medela or, like I previously talked about, a Freemie. All right, next thing I was going to talk about is the parts. So I'm going to take it apart for you guys and show you guys how it goes. This is your actual bottle that collects your milk. You've got your valve, and then you've got your spout, and this is your little bottle. The bottle holds up to 5 ounces, and so like I said, on the app, it'll actually tell you how many ounces are in the bottle. This goes into your hub itself, and you just pop it in. One thing I wanted to say with these pumps is you have to make sure that the valve is sticking up, that it's not like tucked into the pump, like the lip is not tucked in, because if your valve lip is tucked in, you're not gonna have as good of a suction. And then this is what your flange looks like, and then this is your seal. So you put your seal on your flange, and then you just pop it right in, and you just have to make sure it kind of like does a little click, and that's it. This goes right in your bra. The other thing I did want to talk about the little bottle is that it comes with actual caps. So it's really nice whenever you're like on the road. What I usually do is that I have 2 sets of bottles. So I'll take one set that I'm using at that time, and then I'll take an extra set, that way I can use it later, and I'll take the caps. And when you're done pumping, you don't have to worry about transferring it into a milk bottle. You just pop the cap on, and they're leak proof. So even if this is tossing around in your diaper bag, it's not gonna spill the milk. Pumps actually come with little baggies as well. So if you need to take them with you, you just throw them into the little baggies, throw them into a diaper bag or a pump bag, and you're good to go. Next Next thing I wanted to talk about is the actual sensor that the pump has. Like I said, this is the sensor that reads how much is in the bottle, and the pump has an auto shut off. So the pump will sense how much milk is in there, and if your bottle is getting full and it's all the way up to 5 ounces, it'll automatically shut off and a white light will turn on. And if you have it connected to the app, it'll say left or right bottle is full, and it'll automatically turn off so it won't spill out. The other time it auto shuts off is when it reaches 40 minutes. So if you've been pumping for 40 minutes straight, the pump will automatically cut off at 40 minutes. And the one thing I did want to say about the auto shut off is that a lot of times it is not 100% accurate, which is a little annoying because there's times when my pump will shut off at 4 ounces and it'll say that the bottle's full, but it is only full up to 4 ounces. Another thing I've noticed about the pump is that whenever you actually link it with the app, like you open up your app while you're pumping, I've noticed that it takes a longer time for it to fill up, and that just may be in my head. But every time I actually just put the pumps in my bra and just hit play, it'll be full in like 20 minutes. And whenever I hit play and then I open up the app to like try to see how much milk I've been collecting during this time, it'll take forever, and then it'll stop at around like 4 ounces or so. It'll say it's full. Next thing I wanted to talk about were cushions that I use for this pump. And I specifically only use it with the Elvie because I've realized that it helps me with my output a lot. If I don't use a cushion, it'll take forever to fill up the bottle, and then the seal will end up getting wet. If your seal gets wet while you're pumping, you're gonna lose suction. The flange, it's got 2 little holes right here where your seal goes, and that's what actually suctions. And sometimes milk can go through those little holes and this part will get wet of the flange. And what I've noticed that prevents that is using cushions, and specifically I use Beaugen cushions. I don't really know how to say it, but I'll show you guys. So these are Beaugen cushions, like I said. I'll link them down below. These are the old ones, and this is how long they come. And so obviously if they're this long, they are going to cover the suction holes. You have to make sure that you don't cover the suction holes because that is what actually pulls your milk out. I've got 2. I've got like the newer ones, and these come in a set. So what I did with the newer ones, the newer version is like a clear kind of thing, and they're really sticky. But what I did with these is that I ended up cutting them and made like a little like V where it'll actually have a like perfect opening for the suction hole so it won't cover it. So what I've learned to do with the old ones is that you turtleneck them down and put them in your flange. That way they don't cover the holes. And this is what they look like. So they're a lot shorter. And then when you put it in your flange, it doesn't cover the suction holes at all. I've noticed that using the cushions, it helps my output so much, and it helps from getting the seal wet, so I don't really have to worry about that. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is the actual price of the pump. It is a little pricey, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna show you guys some tips on how to get it at a better deal. Okay, so the double LB retails for $4.99, and the single, if you just get one hub, it's $279. Like I mentioned before on one of my videos, this pump is optional. You don't need to have a pump like this. Obviously, if you want to move around and you want to be hands-free and you need it whenever you're driving around, or you just need to get around and be able to still pump while you're walking around and not be stuck to a wall, then it is a nice thing to have. It's completely optional. That is what they retail at. Now, what I'm gonna recommend is to look on eBay or Mercari. Specifically, make sure you look for new ones because so many people sell them at such a cheaper price, and they're completely brand new. Obviously, they're sealed in a box. You just have to make sure that they're new, but you can probably get a double for like $300 on eBay or Mercari, and it's brand new, sealed in a box, never opened. And you can also go through your insurance. So a lot of insurances cover these pumps, not 100%, at least mine didn't, but you can have them partially cover the pump. And I know of a lot of people that end up having their insurances cover the pump, and they only end up paying like $100, maybe $200 out of pocket, which is not that much compared to $500 for a double Elvie. So that's another option. And then the last option, probably the best one if you don't want to go through your insurance, is go through Target. So Target price matches, and there's a lot of times that you can find this pump on this website called Babies on Broadway, which I'm going to link all these websites down below, but you can either find it on Babies on Broadway, or Amazon has a lot of sales all the time where they'll have the pump for, instead of like $500, they'll have it for $4 something. So Target will price match the pump for you. And then if you have a registry.
Hey guys, so as I was editing the video, I realized that the camera's memory card got full, and so it cut it off. So as I was talking about before my camera got cut off, about Target, if you have a baby registry with them, you get a 20% completion discount for for anything on your registry. So what I recommend is to add the Elvie pump onto your baby registry. You'll have that 20% discount, and that is on any product on your registry. The other thing is to possibly try to wait until you see a Target coupon for breast pumps. And if you have the Target app, a lot of the times it'll pop up in your cartwheel section. Last time that I checked, it was 20% off any breast pump in the Target store or on Target online. And so that does include the Elvie pump. So you'd be able to get the 20% off breast pump coupon or however much they offer at the time. And then the 20% completion discount from your registry, and then whatever you price match it to. So you can get it at a lot lower of a cost than the original retail price. So if you are looking into purchasing an Elvie, look around, shop around. Don't just go straight to the website and purchase it, because you're gonna end up paying a lot more than you probably would if you looked around and shopped around. Obviously, if you got it like that, then just go ahead and purchase it on there. But if you want to save some coins, then definitely shop around, look around for discount codes. A lot of the time, a lot of YouTubers and influencers like on Instagram will have discount codes for the pump. So just look around before you actually purchase it. That way you can save some money. The thing that I remember I did on the video was that I actually put the Elvie pump on to kind of show you guys what it looks like on, to see if it was discreet enough or not. It is a lot more discreet, I think, than the Freemie. I don't have it with me. I'm upstairs right now, so I'm not gonna be able to show you guys what it looks like on, but it is, I feel like, a little more discreet than the Freemie pump. Freemie kind of looks a little more pointier when you're wearing it in your bra, and then the Elvie is a lot smaller, and so it looks a lot more round and a lot more, I'm not gonna say natural, because it definitely looks like you have something in your bra or you have like giant boobs, like Dolly Parton boobs, but it does look a lot better, I think, than the Freemie as far as discreet goes. If you put on like a sweater or a cardigan on top, you can't really tell that you're pumping. A lot of times if I just have like a jacket on, you can't tell that I'm pumping at all. And it does not have any tubes or cables coming out. So that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked today's review, and the ending was a little different than normal. If you're on the fence about purchasing the Elvie or not, definitely let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you do end up getting it and if you love it, or if you already have one, what you'd think about it. Would definitely love to know. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.